Bum, 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 bum. All right. What's up? How's it going, guys? Bonus stream. Kinda. It's more like, oh god, I'm taking a week off, I better stream. So I don't know if they call that a bonus stream, more of a panic stream. More of a, how the hell am I gonna meet my required hours while taking a week off? Oop, that's the arena button. I've never seen that before. Didn't realize that was even a feature. Alright, let's try and make it to top 1,000 by the end of the day. Let's ask Casey how I should make it to top 1,000. I'm in offline mode. Let's try again. I put the last post of my fence in the ground today. All the drainage is done. All the posts are in the ground. Everything's ready to fucking go. I feel accomplished about that. I feel good. It's been something that's been just gnawing away at me for a while. That it's been taking so long and it's been such a pain. Just so happy that that's done. Where are we going on vacation? We're going on vacation to Michigan City. So Lake Michigan. The beach. And of course it's supposed to rain. Man, I drew it with the Ysera and Tyrannatus. Okay, let's just jam a bunch of big threads. Alright, so get rid of the Starfire, then Tyrannatus, and... Hey, why don't we play... It feels peculiar not to play, like, Dragon Hatcher. Why don't we just play Hokard and Dragon Hatcher? When you have all of this, you know? You get a shout out for China. Shout out to China. How are you even watching this stream? Isn't it blocked? Whenever I was in China, like, you can't look at anything on the internet without doing the whole VPN thing or one of those free internet things where they're like free to max to try and get rid of the blocks or whatever. Anyway, you like couldn't do like you can't even go to like Twitter, Google. How are you even on Twitch? Oh, I haven't been to China in like 3 years. But that was my experience. Well done, you made it here, man.
Malfurion versus Lunara.
Only Twitch works. Sick. It's all that needs to work. Right? Bada boom, bada bing. It's a good control hunter deck. Recruit hunter. What are you talking about? This has been done. I swear to God, if I draw the other Ironwood Golem or Tower Creeper, I'm gonna be peeved. I'm allergic to something in my backyard. Every time I work in the backyard, my eyes get all like red and stingy. I don't know what it is though. There's not even like that many plants back there. It's just like, but it's only that area back there. I have no idea what it is. There's like, cause all the plants are dead because I've been digging it up and doing stuff. But something back there just gets me. Can you be allergic to like certain types of dirt? Like I don't even know. Dirt contains pollen. It's probably what it is. There was a massive like man-eater vine that I took down a long time ago. It still is just like in the ground in places. It's probably that fucker. Fairly certain that that thing in a past life used to eat people. Top tier Druid decks. Well, Taunt Druid beats Token and Melee Druid. So Taunt Druid reigns supreme. They all have similar matchups otherwise. Some of the other ones have like different edges and stuff, but at the end of the day, they're not so different. Taunt Druid's the best, I'd say, of all the Druids. Strength-wise. The other Druids are more tier 2, tier 1.5. It's just hard to justify melee unless you're banning Druid, I guess. And then you bring melee and ban Druid, but tournaments doesn't really matter. Druid's getting banned anyway. Just how to use one plague. Kind of have to worry about my extension against, I have too many minions for this to do anything. Well, I guess the Tars are gone, huh? Tars are gone. So right now this pulls Ysera or Alex. Of course he got second flag, huh? Hopefully we get Ysera. chest jamming Oakard and stuff.
I dream and the world.
There you go. I didn't even draw a ramp at this game. Naturalize just draws me into either Lich King, Alexstrasza, or Tyrannodus, so we chillin'. Excuse me, sorry about that. Uh-oh. Lich King, Alexstrasza, or Tyrannodus off the top. Show me the bombs. No? Alright. Pretty close to killing him. It's out of branching paths and out of ferocious halls. Is Token Druid? No. This is the farthest from Token Druid. It's a combination of the other two types of Druid. Like, if there were 3 circles of types of Druids and they all intersected, then we erased one of those 3 circles. And we're in the middle of the other 2 circles. I don't know where I was going with this, but it's trying to Venn diagram it, and it didn't work. I was too deep. Stream earlier for Australians. I usually stream at around this time because this is when I wake up. But I mean, I can try maybe like an hour. Today I started a little bit later than I wanted to. I wanted to try and get on the road a little bit quicker. But I needed to get the last post in the ground before it rained.
Protect the wild.
You do weird things when you don't sleep, man. Sleep is for the weak. The other day, last night, I was watching a series on Netflix at like 3 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. It's like something definition of evil, whatever. And it was this show about like evil serial killers, whatever. And it showed serial killers, and they're like, this is the most notorious killer I've ever, whatever. And it's like, yeah, they're like super notorious. They killed like 10 people or whatever. And then I was like, all right, well, they call all these guys notorious. What is the real most notorious? And I Googled it on like Wikipedia or whatever, and I don't want to go to Brazil anymore because there's like 25 of them on the like top most confirmed, you know, that are from Brazil and Latin American kind of area. And that's not the scary part. The scary part is they just let these guys go. They have like these rules in like Colombia where it's like, oh, max sentence is 30 years. So there's a guy that just killed 300 or so people, and then they're like, oh yeah, well, we only confirmed 284 of them. And then they let him go! They let him go! Like, he's out now. Like, I don't know what they're doing, man. I read that, and I was like, I need to go to bed. There's no way. So I'm on some list because I Googled that, I'm sure. But what are you going to do? They're definitely on a list, right? You can't Google that and not be put on a list. You know, I think I don't want to take like too much of a political stance on it, but like after you hit 300 confirmed cold-blooded murders, like maybe 30 years isn't enough. That's all I want to say. But I don't want to get super political with it. I just 30 feels too little for 300. Maybe 32, you know? Spitballing it. I don't know. It blew me away. It blew me away. It blew me away. I don't know what's correct. I don't want to say I know what's correct, but it just blew me away. It scared me for sure. So anyway, back to the game. We're letting loose gooses. No, if you want to be put on the same list as me, Google it, read about it. We'll both end up, you know, in the same lineup next time something horrible happens. My IRL streaming my vacation? No, I'm going on vacation. Vacation. 12 plus 10 is really close. Mr. Zigglesworth used 100 bits and says, do you know where I can find some pro footage of Even Shaman? I've been trying to get better at it. I can share my deck list if you want. My teammate, my associate, my work compadre, Mr. Sir Stanislav Sivka, does, he's the guy that said Even Shaman was going to be the #1 deck, take over the meta, be the greatest thing ever. So he's got to have footage of it, and if he doesn't, you can make fun of him for it. So it's kind of a win-win. Let's check out Stan Sifka's stream. Stan Sifka, I think. I don't remember his exact channel name. He's got like multiple ones because he did like a rebranding thing at one point. All right, so the Stan Sif is not him. Yeah, I think. I don't know, man. He doesn't stream as often as I do. But he does get a YouTube channel that puts up quite frequent content. Extras are just getting in there. I'm heading to vacation. I am heading to Michigan City. On Lake Michigan. Which... Michigan City is in Indiana. Which is kind of weird because Michigan is a state next to Indiana. So us Michiganders just took a small territory and said, you know what, nah, this is our city. This is the Michigan City. Screw you, Indiana. This is our town now. Yeah, beat it. There are beaches, sand and stuff, alcohol. Is he playing the same deck or is similar? Why does he have a Dragon Hatcher and 2 Spreading Plagues? What are you doing, coach? He's not used any naturalizes. Heaven 6 donates 100 bits and says, I require puns from you now, Mr. Lansing. Mr. Lansing? Not from Lansing. My girlfriend's from Lansing, though. So, yeah, that relationship started out rocky, because she started out living near me, which was great. Which is, you know, normally how you date people is people that live near you. And she's like 5 minutes away. And I was like, wow, that's convenient. This is awesome. And then about a month in, she just moved to Lansing. And then that's like an hour-and-a-half drive for me. So it was a bummer. But it ended up working out. Tar Creeper liked it. What do you want to put? You want to put about Lansing? I don't know. I kind of want to transition out of being the guy that does puns. You know? Because I've heard a lot of the puns, and they're less funny. The first time they're great. Second time they're still great. 8th time they're pretty funny. 300th time you're like, oh god, please stop. You know? Like, I now know why no one else has tackled this market. On the surface, you're like, being the guy that does puns looks awesome. You sell funny puns, and you don't even do anything, and it's super easy. And then you're like, wait a minute, I gotta do this every day forever, and none of the puns are different. Like, it's the same rotation of 600 different puns. And then you're like, well, shit. And that's kind of the spot where I'm at right now. On the surface, this seemed like a genius idea. And it worked. I got a lot more followers. Viewer count was up when I was doing it. And then when you turn back into reality, you're like, I can't. Well, it's not even me making the puns. It's people. I read the puns of what other people say. So I'm not even actually making the material. I'm reading other people's puns in chat usually. And everyone's got the same puns. I have to act. If I don't read it with enthusiasm, then everyone that like doesn't notice, like no one assumes that I've read every single pun 7,000 times, right? So they type their pun in chat and they're like, "This is gonna be the funniest thing ever" when he reads it, and then I read it, and it's for me it's like time 3 million of reading this pun, and if I'm not excited about it, everyone watching the stream is like, "Oh wow, that guy just read that guy's joke and didn't think it was funny. He has no sense of humor. This guy's an asshole." So I don't want to be, you know. So you get stuck in a. You can't. It's tough. It's. There's more complex than just reading dumb shit. It's not as simple as it seems. There's more levels to it, man. Ah, get out of here, man. So maybe you need a new thing. I also as soon as I start doing the puns, freaking Blizzard starts doing puns, and other people start doing puns, and then you know everyone's like the pun market got saturated on Twitter like that. Even my first few puns were getting like 1,000 likes each, and then everyone started doing puns, and then now they're only getting like a couple hundred. So then I was like, is it even worth it to continue this? They caught on to my thunder quick, man. Which is a bummer, because like, you wish Blizzard would support you, not steal your thunder. I don't know, man. Ow. Stepped on cereal thing. Alright. Why didn't the butt cheeks get along? There was too much crap between them. Joke was cheeky. What? Did you hear the butt cheek joke? No. Oh, okay. God bless being able to talk about butt cheeks at work, though. If that's not a perk, I don't know what is. Can I ban that guy? I don't know. What did he do? I might have him muted because I don't even see him typing. We'll give him a timeout. Everybody deserves a second chance. Not related to the topic we were talking about earlier. The goose is loose!
Wow, well played.
The goose got. My face got. Is he just gonna... He's got soulfire that, right? I'm gonna let this pull another dragon. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yes, Sarah.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Impressive. You win this time.
He was so excited that he could flip the goose that he missed the lethal, man. I still love that. That is one of my favorite things. Just caw. I don't think anyone else except me is nearly as excited about that. That is awesome.
Versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
Howdy.
I must protect the wild.
I need a little like soundboard to go along with it. That would be good. If I bought a little soundboard, set that up, so I don't have to do it. So then, like every time the thing pops up, I just push a button on my keyboard and it goes howdy. Oh, that'd be dank.
In the light's name.
Truth is found in death.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Mr. Kelly on 2.
For the wilds.
We don't want to let him activate Heal Man. If he activates Heal Man, he could buff the guy and heal it. Subliminal card art, guys. See, subliminal card art I could get behind. That's a lot less repetitive. I don't know. Now I have to make my own images though, or people would have to submit images. So the images have meaning though. They're like this has meaning. Like if you were in the stream where this was created, there's a purpose behind it. And this, of course, is the Mally Goose, which is just iconic. So yeah, the images aren't just random. There has to be a meaning behind them. I guess a few of them could be random if they're weird enough and funny enough. Alright. Let me read some of the subscribers that we've had this stream. Pretty sweet. Mr. Epic Dutch subscribed for 5 months in a row. Welcome back to the Batcave team thing, man. Appreciate the support. 5 months is a long time support. He says, oh hi. Oh hi, dude. Hope you're doing well. Crip Lover is resubscribed for 5 months. He says, enjoy the vacation. We'll miss you. Thanks, man. Appreciate your viewership, even though you love Crip. I guess me and Crip don't usually stream at the same time, so that works out. I appreciate the support, man. Vicryl454 just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave team thing, man. Appreciate the support. LS Sigil just subscribed. Ellie Sigil. Welcome to the Batcave team thing, man. Appreciate the support. Eli Sigil. A sigil in the shape of an Elysian symbol can be attached to a Blessed Spirit shield, making it an Elysian Spirit shield. Old school RuneScape facts.
How long can this
I knew I'd recognize that from somewhere.
go on?
And then we have Emojori just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave team thing, man. Appreciate the support. And then we have Eliza Jill using 69 bits instead Pride 1 69 times. And then New X just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave team thing, man. Appreciate you and your support. Not cast in the chain game, that's fine. It's only the best thing you can do. I don't know when I get back from vacation. Probably Sunday, so I'll be back streaming Monday. Monday of next week. So Monday the 23rd, I'll be back. I'm not going to be on Omni Stone, and there's gonna be no Deck Doctor, and there's gonna be no stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, a while. Is this the goose? No, this is the goose.
Almost out of time.
I wonder. Why do you call?
Reality grows.
Uh-oh. Powerful stuff there, Chief. Dying less seems better. Less to be posting on my YouTube channel? Probably. I think YouTube's not actually handled by me. The entire YouTube channel is run by Ed. So I don't actually touch it. So if Ed can find enough clips, then I'm sure he'll try and do his best. But I don't run my YouTube channel. So if there's enough like decent clips on YouTube, or clips from the stream, then there's another guy that I hired which takes the clips from my stream and turns them into YouTube videos. So if he finds enough things that are worth turning into clips, then there'll be more videos. But if he runs out of stuff that's worth turning into clips, then the YouTube videos will halt until he finds more content. Did I give him notes on which games are most memorable? Yeah. I say, this one's a tuber, and then I type in Skype because we're too old for Discord, and I send a message. I usually just type him anything, like I type tuber, or I type 7, or sometimes I just punch my keyboard, and then he understands from that the timestamp next to the message equals the time in the video. Yeah, at least we upgraded from carrier pigeons. That system was bad.
Almost out of time. Ambrosia.
So if we ultimate, we would have 10 left on the board and go to 8, or we could ultimate here, hit the Moonfire, trade there, and have 7 on the board and go to 8 and live at 1. Or we just trade here, Alex ourselves, and he has 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we live at 2.
Ambrosia.
Living at 2, do we ever win? We top deck Plague. Yeah, I think we try and set up the top deck Plague. I think that's better than trying to hit 5 draws, one of them being a 1-of Moonfire, and then have the Plague. It's less manly, but I think it's right. It's recommended to use Slack for messaging. Have I heard of that company? I've installed that app on my phone before because I've worked with people that used that messenger. But I can see that about any messenger. Like all the time, everybody uses some different messenger, and they're all slightly different, but basically the same thing. I don't know. I'm not a fan of any I just don't like change. I wish we were all on the same platform with the same thing. I don't like having 37 different messenger apps on my computer and phone, you know. So every time I have to add a new one, I don't enter in the experience positively, right? Like I don't go into it with a positive attitude of, ooh, I'm excited at what new features this messenger app's gonna have. I go into the experience with, God damn it, I have to install another messenger app on my phone or computer. So right off the bat, negative mindset. So then I automatically don't like the program just from that. And, you know, there's too many of them. Too many people use too many of them.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect the wild.
I think they're all fine. I just think it's a bummer to install a new one every time. Is there a solution? No. It's probably a good thing that there's a bunch of them and not a monopoly, so that we have options and yada yada. I just don't want to install a bunch of shit, man. What's up, Rainy? How's it going? How's Diablo 3 doing? I've been playing a lot of Path of Exile. I've been playing Path of Exile like every day with a few people. Last night I killed Uber Elder. I don't know if anyone plays Path of Exile, that's like the big bad super boss. I got my whole Atlas set up so that I can do the Elder Circle around T16 shaped underground sea. Making that buco bucks. Or not Elder Ring, but you like do the bounce thing, you know?
Someone called for the
I don't know what it's called. I don't know the terminology. I'm a casual player. Belfry's where it's at? Yeah, well, I didn't do Belfry. The guide I was reading was not Belfry. The guide I was reading, like I'm not a pro, you know? This is the first time I made it this far in the game. So, I play casually, and there was a guide, and I followed it. It said Underground Sea. This is what I did.
truth is found in death.
I didn't do the Belfry thing.
For the wilds.
Now you run Underground Sea with 5 sextants, like anything above like 25% pack size, the whole screen's just items and currency and shit. It works fine.
Why do you call?
Apparently something works even better. The boss on Belfry is so toxic. You have to skip the boss, right? Because the boss has like 30 phases on Belfry. Because it's Hoodly Buddy, right? The big monster, light beam, die, come back to life, heart comes out, kill it guy. Right? Kitava, that's his name. I don't like that boss. It takes so long.
So many possibilities. Mushroom power!
I did stream PoE once. The first time I ever streamed PoE, the first and only time I've streamed PoE, I fused my Impulse's Broken Heart in 7 fusings to a 6 link. Which is like, each fusing is like 1 in 1,200 to work. It took me 7 tries. Hit that streamer RNG, man. It's actually quite beautiful. Brought a tear to my eye. No, I didn't, but it's pretty favorable RNG, if I do say so myself.
Unleash me.
I got really lucky this season when I was playing Path of Exile. Because I also 6 link my disfavor on my other character in like 50 fuse. It's pretty disgusting. I think I want Lich King cards. They might allow me to do something. How do I have that much luck fusing? Well, my third character, it took me 2,000 fusing to 6 link my whatchamacallit. Guardian of the Forest, Queen of the Forest, the Queen of the Forest chest. It took me 2,000 fusing to 6 like that. So I got unlucky on that one, but not like incredibly unlucky. I don't know. So I have a PoE addiction like the rest of us. I go in waves. For sure. Like once I start playing, I don't stop for a while, but once I stop, it's hard for me to start again. Like once I stop, I don't feel like picking it up for whatever reason. But once I start playing, like I just keep playing. Kind of thing. Hello, Doomguard. My good friend. $150 hours in 10 days is pretty intense.
It's playtime.
I mean, I've been casually playing PoE for like a couple of years before I killed Uber Elder. Like I didn't just start playing like this month or this season and then just like, well, I killed Uber Elder. Like I've been casually, slowly working my way towards learning how to do that for a long time. So I definitely think I'm a casual player. Well, it's still Kelliseth buffed. You steal the Kelliseth buff, huh? It's pretty nifty. build that I kill him with. I was a Blade Vortex, like the Triple Herald, crit Blade Vortex. And then I was with an Oromancer. So, my buddy plays Oromancer. Blade Vortex with Oromancer is really sick. You don't get as much benefit from the attack speed, but like... I don't know. The only thing I needed on the character was like survivability. Because it's like super squishy, so if you don't dodge everything, you just kind of get insta-gibbed. But you just phase end every boss instantly with crit Blade Vortex Triple Herald. I don't know. It's like the basic cookie cutter meta build of that game. So that's like playing Malagos Druid. And then I have more creative builds on my off characters that are just kind of like me memeing around doing whatever I want. So, and now that I've actually beat the game or whatever, you know, now I can just kind of, that's not my goal anymore. That was my goal at the time. So my goal at the time was to, you know, kill Uber Elder. So since that was my goal, yeah, I was doing cookie cutter meta builds to try and do that. Now that I've done that, now that's not my goal anymore. Now my goal is maybe to come up with something new or do something meme-y or whatever. So I'm excited for that phase of my gameplay. There's a lot of Zoo, yeah. It's been like the same two guys kind of bonking back and forth, but we generally should do pretty well against Zoo. They have taunts and gooses, so it's not too bad, you know. Kick off! And we'll be able to get it done. Howdy. Farming Headhunter new goal. I don't like the farming too much. Like doing the same thing over and over again is kind of dull. So I don't know. I'm not a good farmer in that game because I get distracted. I do things super inefficiently for sure, but I have more fun that way. You can't Fungalmancer me. So I could try and set up the swipe, but it's a bit dangerous because he has heal cards. Is this a good deck to climb with? This is half Taunt Druid, half Melee Druid. I would suggest either playing Taunt Druid or Melee Druid is probably much better. But this is confusing and I get to run Ysera, so I like it. Dude, there's a guy on my friends list that only plays hardcore solo self-found, and his goal is to beat Uber Elder. I don't know, man. In PoE, hardcore seems insane. Like, if you're... I've had multiple times on softcore, especially with Triple Herald Crit Blade Vortex thing, because there's just like a lot of lights happening, lots of glowy effects or whatever, and you run into the center of the pack, and the game just crashes, because everything just goes... You hear this... Because when everything's exploding and they're shattering all at the same time, and the game just crashes and then you get a death. I would be so pissed if I was playing on hardcore and that happened. So you have to do like different builds and stuff that are probably safer and crash the game less often. Is it really called softcore? Well, that's called normal, I guess, and then hardcore is called hardcore. I don't know. If I played hardcore, though, I would probably have to do it like in a way where I have a build for killing things, like the tough bosses, while I'm not in the screen. Like do some sort of summoner, like off-screen kill build, and then have a farming build for farming content to gain resources would probably be the way that I would do it, which sounds dreadfully boring because... Wow, that's broken. I don't know, off-screen killing things I don't find super fun. Trap's probably really good too. That guy's probably smart. I don't know. That'd be a different challenge. My goal in that game for the rest of it is probably just to, now that I've figured out how to make currency decently, to do meme builds. Because then my goal is beat the game, figure out how to make currency, and then do meme builds. So once I get bored of meme builds, maybe I'll move on to hardcore with that game, but I don't know if I'm going to be strong-willed enough.
I wonder.
May get bored of it.
Almost out of time.
Darn, he had the soul fire, so we don't get to get Ysera and the goose. We have to settle just for Tyrannotus. Ah, there you go.
I dream I will and the world trembles.
Any thoughts on the new cards shown so far? The new cards in Hearthstone look powerful. They all look really powerful. Compared to Witchwood. Maybe they heard people's complaints about Witchwood being too low power level, and they're like, alright, let's jack them up, because these cards are pretty nutty. Especially the Druid mana ramp is pretty broken. That new Shaman card is insane. Like, they're super jacked.
In the light's name.
He's gonna tackle down Ysera. He's got a challenge. He's gonna beat her. Not today, though.
For the wild.
I shall bring you rest. I will know
I'm not running that Innkeeper, I am. Not bad, not bad. Innkeeper. We'll set it up for the next game. I'm almost top 1,000. My goal today was to make it from 1,500 to top 1,000. And we're like one game out of achieving our hopes and dreams, man.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect.
Coin ping face. You can't do that to a warlock. I guess he coin ping own face in that case, huh? Everybody's been Zeus. This guy's gonna be even lock. That's how that works. Trust. Or am I going on holiday? Do Americans say that too? A lot of Europeans call it holiday. I've never heard an American do that, unless that guy's American right now. I'm just curious. I don't want to be like, I'm not trying to like define people based on their speech patterns, but I'm going to Michigan City, which is actually in Indiana, which is kind of funny.
In the light's name.
Hopefully it didn't upset that guy. I was just curious.
It's playtime.
Yeah. This is fine.
For the wild.
We have actually double plague, so it actually might be fine. Do Americans ever leave America? Well, I mean, it's a big family vacation. So, my entire family is not really gonna fly to Europe or something. We could go to Canada, I guess, but it's cold. Actually, it's probably nice right now. We could probably all go to Canada. But most of my family lives in, you know, Michigan, around the Detroit area, or we got a few cousins in Chicago. So, like, Michigan City is kind of like a good halfway point between us two. So we all meet up there. We rent one big house. Lots of bonfires and that kind of stuff. Hang out on the beach. Michigan's hot as hell this time of year. Yeah, Michigan's pretty warm right now. So I'm hoping the water's warm, but usually, like, Michigan's still pretty cold, even if it's warm, because it's such a big lake. That'd be fine. When the water's cold, just drink more beer and it feels warmer. It's not, you know, it's not actually warmer, though. You actually lose more heat. But, what are you gonna do?
It's playtime.
This guy's got a lot of happy ghouls. Michigan's not hot. Michigan's mid-80s. How's mid-80s not hot? It's been 90s like all week. It's gotten low 90s like all week. Been working outside. It's been hot. If you don't think high 80s, low 90s is hot, where do you live? Like the sun? Like that is hot, man. You walk outside, you just hit by this there's a wet heat, and then it's just immediately sweating. Just buckets.
So many possibilities.
What am I working on? Gate, fence, redoing a bathroom. So the fence is coming right along. We just got the last post in the ground. So there was a drainage issue with the. First there was a beehive. So took care of the beehive. Then there was a giant vine. Took care of the giant vine. Then he had to take out the old fence, dig up all of the posts, and then he had to put in new posts because it rotted out. But before he could actually put in the posts, he had to fix the drainage issue of why the posts rotted out. So then he fixed the drainage issue. Then he put in the new posts, and then we're there. I also built the whole fence, and we got it all painted. So now I can put it up in probably one more day, and it's just done. Did you hear the bees? They weren't bees, they were wasps. But bees is just, for some reason, I just lump them all together in my head. And I know people hate that, and I apologize. They were wasps. They were burrowing mud wasps or whatever. They were vicious and they hurt. They needed to die. Don't I live in Texas? I lived in Texas for a while, but now I live in Michigan.
So many possibilities.
My editor just told somebody to chill. Oh shit. He's fighting back against my editor. There's a fight. Beat him up, man. Oh, he timed him out! Oh! Damn. That's my editor, man. You guys shit talking my editor? Mmm. Didn't look like a smart move. Big boys here. Uh-oh. More people are trying to fight him now. Ed, you can't ban everybody, dude. You gotta simmer down a little bit. You can't fight the whole chat. It's irresponsible.
Someone called for
Like, we need viewers, man. Without viewers, we're not gonna make any money. Like, both of our incomes rely on that. If you ban all of them, I'm sure some of them will hear about it on YouTube and stop watching. I'm gonna die.
I bring life.
This is fine. No swipes. Why did none of my dragons have taunt? It's my favorite meal that my girlfriend cooked me. There's a few contenders. Let's see what I rated the highest. I have a spreadsheet for this. Gosh darn it. We would have made it to the top 1,000 and reached our goal. The least favorite is veggie nugs for sure. My favorite, I guess it's not like a meal, but my favorite attribute of any meal thus far has been a side of balsamic carrots. Those were delicious. And I think my favorite meal, like my favorite main course thing, was Greek baked ziti that she made. And my favorite meal that I've made was bacon wrapped Chinese pork belly. That's freaking good.
I must protect the wild.
Yeah, do good, buddy. Is she Greek? Is that why it's Greek baked ziti? No, we found a recipe for it. We do like 5 different recipes a week. We take turns alternating who's cooking.
None will survive.
It's a hobby. Pork wrapped in pork. Yep. But it's tender pork wrapped in crispy pork. I'm not even a big, you know, a pork guy. I prefer beef usually. But I don't know. That one, for some reason, that just hit it just right, man. Try beef wrapped in beef. Darth Dwayne 100 bits and says, did you just say your favorite meal is bacon wrapped bacon? Essentially, yes. What's wrong with that? I don't want to get blown up by the cold blood. It's gonna murder me in cold blood. But fish or chicken? I love chicken. I don't know. Me and fish don't get along very well. Not a big fish guy. I have I'm allergic to something related to seafood and fish. So it kind of runs in my family. So fish just, I'm not like hyper allergic or anything. I don't like get hives usually. But like shellfish gives me hives and then fish just generally upsets my stomach. So I don't eat it too often. Pop off the shield for the fungal mancer. I like going fishing. I've gone fishing many times. Usually about once a year, me and my dad take a fishing charter. So it's kind of where you go fishing and then like you're with a pro fisherman or whatever, a guy that takes people out on charters all the time, and he knows all the good spots where the fish are, and he kind of does all the work, and you just kind of drink beers and hang out and then reel in giant fish. It's really fun. And you don't have to do anything. So it's kind of not, it's not the soul of fishing, you know, it's not the hardcore grinding fishing. It's more vacation fishing. But I enjoy it. Really fun. So. Now, when I was younger, we had my grandpa had a boat, like a really small boat, and the motor didn't work, and it could seat maybe 3 people in it. Like maybe, like 3 small people. It was like a really small boat and you kind of rode it and whatever. And we lived about 2 miles from a lake. So me and my buddies, we would, you know, carry it with fishing poles, and then we'd sneak beers into our backpack that we'd take from, you know, our parents' basement or whatever. And then we'd take the boat and we'd sneak away with the boat so that we could go fishing. And it was really just to get drunk on the water where nobody, like our parents, wouldn't see us. It was fun times. But yeah, eventually, you know, you're hanging out, whatever. You do a little bit of fishing when you're there. That was my first experience with fishing. Catch like bluegills and sunfish and whatever. And then eventually we fixed the old motor. It didn't work. So we learned a little bit about motors. Fixed that sucker up. And immediately broke it the next day. That thing only worked for a day. Because it took my little brother out. And we took the motor out with the little brother. And then we were like, we can go tubing now. We got a motor. So we took out some rope, threw it behind the boat. And then had him hold on to a life jacket behind the boat. And we're just kind of trolling him along a little bit. And then suddenly something pops. And there's the end of that. It starts going in reverse all of a sudden. That was scary. You couldn't get it to work after that. And then it just always went in reverse and we couldn't get it back to go forward. So we could use the motor, I guess, if we're just driving along in the boat, just like backwards the whole time. But you couldn't go forward with it. And you don't get nearly as much speed going backwards. Because the boat's not designed for that. Maybe, you know, maybe you should have taken the motor, put it on the front of the boat. No, that wouldn't have worked. But yeah, it didn't work. Looked up YouTube videos trying to fix it and stuff, and it's like, you just move this part here, do this thing here, this here, and we're like, we don't have half of those parts, so I think some of it like broke off when we were trying to Dragon behind the boat.
A tangled web.
What if you ran your brother? No, he got out of the way. He was quick. He's a fast swimmer. We grew up near water, so he could dodge any kind of boat. Tyrannosaurus. That's a lethal setup, man. What do you think about Bright-Eyed Scout in this deck? I think I'm going to whiff on it a lot and be upset, but we'll do the math here. So, I'd be happy if I hit anything Nourish or better. I wouldn't be happy about Arcane Tyrant, right? So we got 1, 2... Well, actually, Arcane Tyrant, it doesn't matter because it sets to 0 anyway. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... There's 16 bad, 14 good. Probably not worth, because you have to take out a taunt or something. Man, Ed, this pub nub guy is going in.
My thoughts are plagued.
What is that? Internet conflicts are weird. I don't think I very rarely see anyone's opinion change on the internet based on other people like typing things to them on the internet in a Twitch chat sort of medium. Never really worked. I've seen a lot of people type to each other and argue about certain things, but people get set in their ways very quickly. Ed, this guy's got a lot of accounts. You better look out, man. He seems to be prepared. I see like 3 accounts just in chat already that he has control over, man. Alright, we're one more game out of our goal of making it to top 1,000. Oh god. Oh god. He's got so many accounts! He's even got Ed's account.
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
Ban them all. One of them's you. Ban them all. Can I ban myself? What happens if I ban myself? / ban Firebat. You cannot ban the broadcaster. You can't ban yourself. Emote only mode. I didn't even know that was a feature. Excessive use of emotes in emote-only mode. Moobot doesn't get the mode. Wow. I might have to draw. I think I have to draw. My hand size is pretty small. I don't have anything big, and I already have extra ramp from the wild growth. We only run one ultimate in this deck. It's not funny anymore. But in like 30 minutes, it'll probably be funny again. After everyone forgets about it. It's weird how that works. There's a Breaking Bad movie?
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
Last movie I saw was The Incredibles, and it was awesome. Some might say it even was incredible. Alright. No, it is a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Most movies I don't like. Like, for real, like most of the latest movies or whatever, I don't know. It's just, I sit there, they're 2.5 hours long, which already feels too long most of the time. I can't sit still for 2.5 hours. Says a guy that streams his computer all day. But I can't sit still and be quiet and not click buttons for, I took my Dragon Hedger, for 2.5 hours. Like, I just can't. Like, I physically, I don't know. I either fall asleep or I need to stand up. I don't know. But that one was worth sitting down for 2.5 hours paying attention. I wanted to see the new Super Troopers movie, but because Super Troopers 1 I thought was hilarious, but everyone said Super Troopers 2 was really bad, so it discouraged me and I didn't end up going to see it. But Super Troopers 1 was pretty funny. Part 2 is horrible. See, everyone says it's horrible, so, like, I don't know. How did I survive school? I skipped 5th, 11th, and 12th grade. So I kind of took the accelerated route. Kind of ran out. It's like, hey, here's school. It's like, I don't like this. How do I get out? And then did that. If you ask Thrall what his favorite movie is, he says, "That's Incredibles." You can't naturalize this one. So you can't overdraw me. So let's do that one first. Actually, getting overdrawn doesn't really matter, huh? You left school early? But you tested out. I went to a charter school, which then had the option to, if you felt comfortable with the content, to take this state-approved standardized test that if you got a high enough score on, you don't have to take the course. So, like freshman year, I took the normal course load, and then sophomore year, I was trying to test out of 11th and 12th grade, so then I did the 11th and 12th grade test out stuff, and then I just did all of my mandatory gym credits. So sophomore year, I had like 5 gym classes and then 1 other class. Because you have to have an X amount of gym classes and you can't test out a gym.
The circle of life is over.
To the face. So I got pretty good at basketball. So I just sit around shooting hoops. What did I study at university? Silly stuff. I did computer information systems, which is explaining computers to old people, basically. I had multiple courses on different Microsoft Office products. And I almost failed one of them because it's really just it's so easy that it's hard, which sounds kind of arrogant, I guess, but like some of the test questions are like in Microsoft Word under View, what is the third button from the left? And it's like, I don't know. We did it. We made top 1,000. That's the goal. It's just like, this is pointless and nobody cares kind of courses, some of them. Like, how do you pay attention in a course about Microsoft Word? Like, I know how to use Microsoft Word, and if I don't, you know what? There's a little paperclip that drops down and explains it for you. I don't need to memorize where every button is, but part of my college experience was memorizing where every button was in Microsoft Word. And you know what? It's all useless now because they updated the gosh darn program. But no, I was pissed. I had to pay money to learn how to use Microsoft Word
Versus Jaina.
just to get the credit, because it was one of the credits for my degree. I don't understand. They have all these bundles of classes you have to take. You have to take all of these certain specific credits and these bundles, and then half the classes in the bundle are really important in their defining of what you do, and you do them and you feel like, wow, this is worth the time and the money, and I love it. And then the other half of the bundle is like, well, this is some random filler shit so we can get more money from you. Is how my college experience went. So... But no, if you don't get that degree, man, your options are very limited. So, regardless of it, what you learn is important or not, the degree's ability to open up your options is so incredibly important. There's nothing better than options. Now I have a video game-based income. Yeah, I have a video game-based income now, but it could fail. It could have not worked in the beginning. I have fallback options. I'm not just like, well, I'm all in on this, and if I'm unhappy doing this, I guess I lose. You know, it's if I'm unhappy doing this, then I can, you know, change what I'm doing. I can do something about it. Having options is incredibly important.
Come dance to my song.
Alan's in rank 6. I didn't know you were colorblind, Ed. That's kind of nifty. I don't know about options being better. Consecrate is usually better than Starfall. The extra cost for the options usually isn't worth it. That's pretty dank. He's already used one voodoo doll. So Tyranitus is about to say, hey man, what's up? Or I guess more specifically, howdy.
Out of my jungle!
Job's done.
My hand is too full.
The goose is loose. Caw!
Job's done.
Who's ready for some Ysera action? Hmm? Not me. I'm gonna play Malfurion probably. Maybe just Ysera Naturalize is good. Malfurion clocking him sounds pretty nice though. Oh, we don't even pull Ysera now? Okay, we're definitely playing Malf. Yeah.
The circle of life is over.
I dream and the world trembles.
Drake, you don't deal 5 damage? Witching Hour Tyranitus. Ooh, the second Voodoo Doll is pretty nasty. No second Artificer. And then that's the game, man.
Warriors of the frozen waste, rise. My thoughts are plagued. Ambrosia.
Alright.
Job's done.
Oh my god. Gosh darn it. So lucky. Well, it's probably the game. If he has second Blizzard now, we're done.
Bow to your queen.
Job's done.
I bring life and hope.
Well, no flame strike. No meteor. That death coil.
I can rest now.
No death coil, we win. What death coil? Ah, the top 1,000. Lich King.
Malfuria versus Malfuria.
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
How much water do I drink a day? I usually fill this up twice, so a gallon. I don't know how much is in it. Does it say? For more questions, call. Does anyone ever call that number? Nah, it doesn't say how much is on it. But they have a support help number if you need help with the product. So maybe I'll call them and ask them how much water's in it. I bet you they'd be surprised. They'd be like, wait, people call this? It's like some dusty phone in the corner that nobody's ever answered. It's probably a robot, actually. Yeah, they probably have like a 30-minute delay for the robot. There's probably actually like one guy that does the support line for like 150 different products. Okay. Alex into Tyrannotus.
I bring life.
We're so dead.
I bring life.
His twig's about to break too. The game's over. Didn't swing twig and kill me. Feels pretty good. Still on the brink of death. If he punches this Tower Creeper though, and doesn't gain armor, we have lethal. Oh, you put the taunt in there. Dead to Malagos double moonfire, but I mean if he has Goose, we're dead anyway to like everything and anything. Very good stream, keep up the good work. Hey man, quit yelling. All caps. Simmer down. But I appreciate your support. I'm glad you're so enthusiastic. Why didn't I kill the Alex right away? Well, because if I killed the Alex right away, all I did was naturalize and then hang 8 mana. So I felt spending 8 additional points of mana was worth taking 8 damage. For the tempo.
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
He's down both naturalizes.
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
Seems pretty tough. We have to win the board though. There's no way to win the board without dying. Like doing this. It's just gonna hit us in the face and kill us with this. If he ever draws ultimate, we just kind of lose. That might do it. Malagos probably kills us. It's a lot of armor.
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
Okay. I don't know how I'm not dead, but I enjoy not being dead.
What to do?
Pretty much anything kills me. But if we live, maybe we win. I don't see any other way that we would get in a position where we actually win. And any of his top decks could just be something that kills us with the twig active like that. So we need to make him have less opportunities to find the card that kills us. And this is the way to do that. I think we're dead. Yeah, he found the ultimate. The ultimate would have killed us anyway. Even if we had taken a more defensive route. Because then he finds the Malagos combo, gets the melee swipe, and kills us. We couldn't out-armor melee swipe at that point. Okay. What should we play? Let's play bears, man. Bears are sweet. We already made it to top 1,000. Whoa. Gunner Stahl just used 5,000 bits. That is a lot of bits, man. Appreciate the support. Also, QED8 subscribed. Welcome back, Cave Team thing, man. Appreciate the support. And Walker France SM subscribe. Welcome back, Cave Team thing, man. Appreciate the support. I missed a few other subs. Phoenix173 subscribed an hour ago. If you're still here, man, appreciate the support. Even if you're not here, still appreciate the support. Steve Gap used 2 bits and says, giving you all my bits. I appreciate you 2 bits, man. And Roboboro subscribed for 14 months in a row. Welcome back to the Batcave Team thing, man. Appreciate your continued support. 14 months. Long time, man. I like Deadly Shot. Kill that 4/4 that grows and out of control. Snowballing minions are fun.
None will survive.
Dude, the Hydra. Hydra just walks in like, howdy. I don't want to contest his guy, I guess. I mean, he's going to dagger it. He's going to dagger this and bump his guy in. That doesn't help me either. Him having 1-drop makes his Deadly Shot way worse. But that deck doesn't always hit a 1-drop. We need to pave the way for deadly shot. So this eagle horn bow is a welcomed sight. Denpai used 2 bits, says cheer 1, cheer 1. Appreciate the support. And Noah Dillion used 10 bits and says goal 10. Appreciate the support, man. We're doing pretty well. We hit our goal today. We hit top 1,000. We then immediately went out of top 1,000, but it's still a victory. We did hit top 1,000. So we hit our goal. So now we can just, you know, do whatever we want, and we can just howdy people. Playing around the deadly shot. I don't need to swing until he gives me a reason. Protecting this poison may have just given me a reason to swing. I could go taunt, protect a 3-2. I don't actually want him to farm this with that guy though. But taunt, protect the 3-2, then swing, set up the deadly shot. Because I want a deadly shot next turn anyway. Protecting the smork damage. Have I ever played a Lich King for 2 mana? Why 2? I've played a Lich King for 3.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Another bow. Set up that Hydra. Get off! This is right here. This is how I know I'm not smart. Because every time I go, good God! I am so happy. That's how I know I have to be a little dumb. This file's fine though. Got all the answers. What if we put Hydras in Odd Rogue? Just get more aggressive. A feistier Odd Rogue. That was a good draw. Holy smokes. Turn 7 lethal? Okay. Let's do that. Let's do turn 7 lethal. Fun guy. Fungalmancer. Just search fun and he's right there. Okay. Enter the void. I don't own Void Ripper, dude. God damn it. Take out the bitter Ted hydrant? No. My goal today was to make it a top 1,000 legend. I did that. Now I'm at 1,300, but who cares? I did make it to top 1,000. That was the goal. I'm done with my goal. Now I can do whatever I want. I don't need to be a slave to the meta. I can run bitter Tide Hydra and Captain Greenskin. Why fledgling? It's a beast.
None will survive.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Answer. Does he have the answer? Might have 11 answers. Answer. Answer 11R. What is 11R? How to read your tire. That's what came up when I googled 11R.
Here we go.
Apparently 11R is a pretty standardized bike tire measurement. If you know enough useless crap, eventually it's useful. Amani Berserker. Yeah. I love that point where they're on turn 2 and they're trying to figure out, alright, if he has Hench Clan Thug, what do I do? How do I beat that? And they come to the conclusion that, if he has Hench Clan Thug, I lose. And they always rope out this turn. And then you hit him with the Hench Clan Thug and you win. Actually, we wanted to do Hench Clan Thug, right? But Hench Clan Thug is going to live through the Flame Tongue Totem Hero power turn. So it's important to get the 4/4. Even though for our curve, we'd rather have one of the other team here. It's a sad truth.
Here we go. I fight.
Why not Edwin? Because I usually don't have many cards in my hand. Edwin's better with more cards. I think it doesn't work so well in this deck. I think it's fine. I don't think it's better than Flappy Bird or Void Ripper or SI7 or Hedge Clan Thug. Maybe it's better than Blink Vac. So yeah, I can see it. I don't hate it. Oftentimes you get the 4/4 out of the deal, but a lot of times you want to have a really powerful play exactly on turn 3. This deck is very top-loaded. Like, it, you know, does stuff that is broken in the early game, like the dagger, which is really broken in the early stages of the game. Past turn 5 and 6, it's not so broken anymore. So it has diminishing returns as the game goes on, because it becomes just a 2/2 weapon, which is bad at the late stages of the game. So you gotta snowball your early stuff into a victory fast, which is why cards like Vicious Fledgling and stuff work really well. And Hydra, stuff that, like, immediately you get a payoff and you turn it into something good. So Hex is what he wants to do. If he doesn't have Hex, then he wants to Flame Tongue. Let me just play the Flappy Bird to try and force the Flame Tongue. Right. So whenever I make an Edwin play with this deck, I'm probably not punching this button. And so that's also not very good, right? I want to punch this button a lot.
I wonder.
That's what my deck's built around. I know I didn't do it this turn, but...
I wonder.
Corpse Taker, Hex, Flame Tongue Totem are the options.
There is little time. I wonder.
Flame Tongue. And does he have the Rush minion? Stormforged Axe. Didn't see that one coming. Chooses not to swing. Seems like a mistake. I don't want to deal with additional 1/1s. He didn't play the Rush minion last turn. They run the 1/3 Lifesteal Rush. But I think his play is more likely to be Hex this turn. Didn't want to kill Flappy Bird with the Flame Tongue Totem. This seems like a mistake. I think our board is so far ahead that we just win now. He should have killed that vicious fletchling.
I wonder.
Howdy.
I wonder. You win this one.
Yeehaw!
Valera versus Valera.
Watch your back. I always do.
Where am I going next week? I am going to Michigan City. So, gonna hang out on the beaches of Lake Michigan.
None will survive.
Barbecues, bonfires, beers, boating. Should be a good time.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Here we go.
Creaky door. Yeah, a little bit. The cat can push its way through the door. The cat knows how to open the door. She's all upset right now because she sees the suitcase packed. Because right after the stream, I'm peacing out, and she sees the suitcase, so she knows.
This guy's
Here
toast.
we go.
Wow, this matchup feels very one-sided. Oh, head crack. I might even play that in my deck just normally. That's insane. Just rip that. I don't know what's going on with Spotify lately, but my Spotify keeps crashing. Is anyone else having this issue? I get they cannot play song a lot, and then I get a bunch of crashes. It crashes like once a day now. It used to never crash. I might have to uninstall and reinstall.
This guy's toast.
Google Play. Maybe I have to look at it. Spotify has been irritating me lately.
Here we go.
I don't know. Still probably better than Pandora, right? But almost top 1,000 again. Almost back at our goal without trying to do our goal anymore. We were doing tier 1, you know, melee druid to try and get the goal. We did that. Huh. I'll probably check out Google Play. You can upload your own music. Well, I don't make music, so that's not a factor for me.
Valira versus Rexa.
Let's go.
Oh god, this is too many applications, guys.
You're back.
You guys know how I feel about multiple applications for the same purpose. I just... It feels wrong when I have like 5 different apps that do the same thing. It just irritates me. Just... It doesn't... My brain's like, no. One thing for each thing. So I can't have 2 different music players installed. Like, I can't. It feels disorganized, and I just delete. Firebat complaining about Skype again. Skype's widely used. It's widely used, so I stick with that. I can't. I'm a one system at a time kind of guy. We don't want to coin this. It's going to get bowed. We want to do this, and we play a Hench Clan Thug. Turn it to a 4/4. Doesn't get bowed. Skype is used by the people I work with more often than anything else.
Who comes there?
Here we go.
My mom uses Skype too. Can't switch off Skype. That's what my mom uses. Hey, this guy's playing Emerald Reaver too. I was playing Emerald Reaver earlier today.
The light protects me.
When my mom uses Discord, I'll switch to Discord. But if my mom's gonna use Skype, I'm gonna use Skype.
Here we go. I fight.
What's wrong with Discord? The biggest problem with Discord is that my mom doesn't use Discord. If you guys get my mom on Discord, I'll switch to only Discord and uninstall Skype. Eloise is spectating me. Hi. Smiley face. That's creepy.
Well played.
I concede.
Top 1,000 gamer. If we end today, we've achieved all of our goals for this stream. I am the microwave. That's a funny name.
Valir versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
Watch your back.
Yeah, dude. Mr. Yogurt. Cold Blood's good with multiple 1-drops, but I don't think it's good enough with only one 1-drop. And against this kind of
None will
warrior. He's playing like the bunch of Whirlwinds warrior. The quest warrior. Not even a rad quest warrior, just regular quest warrior.
The light protects me.
Ever Section spectating me. See, that's how you respond when people say hi. You don't just do a creepy smiley face. People don't say hello anymore.
Here we go.
Need more of that. Good, wholesome hello.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Here we go.
Alright, let's set up the deadly, right?
I fight. Here we go.
taunts. The taunts! Does it live? No, it doesn't live. It never lives.
This guy's toast.
Here we go.
Alright, here we go. We got him. Right where we want him. The end game. What's the book can even do? The Death Knight? No. Please don't Death Knight me. Taunt minion. Big taunt sounds good. Little taunt sounds bad. The armor man. Oh my gosh. No. Ugh. Card's good.
Reality brings.
Clever girl. Clever girl. Here we go.
Hey, lights out.
We have a lot of 1-drops left. We also have 2 Fungal Mances and a Leroy, though. The worst Death Knight positioning possible. Sick. Oh my god. Double warpath. Oh, we would have got the Fungal Mancer.
I will silence their screams.
Our witch shall never end. Our witch shall never end. Our witch shall never end.
We're pretty dead. Ever section dips. He didn't even believe.
Out of my
Never ends. Ay, 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 ay.
Mushroom power!
Slay them! Here we go.
Job done.
Too low health. I lose one game, I lose all my spectators. They all are just like, ah, we don't believe in the bat. Feels bad, man. One game. They all did shit.
Valera versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
Watch your back.
You better mulligan, chair. We made it. Oh, the run back. Alright. I didn't keep Cold Blood last time, but I believe in another one jump. We'll get there.
None will survive. The light protects me. I fight.
Let's go.
Let the pain speak to me.
He used coins, now he can't double whirlwind this.
I fight.
So he's relying on the Acolyte hitting it. So if we remove the Acolyte, we good.
Out of my jungle!
Ooh. Bitter Tide.
Here we go.
Oh, that's beautiful. Just beautiful.
Fight.
I have another Firefly anyway. The usefulness of this is potentially getting in one damage here. Most of the time it dies, but it's fine. It's weird for him to whirlwind execute because he wants to be like equipping the weapon and using this whirlwind effect and killing another 3/3. So like 3/3 dagger up's good for him. So if he kills this, it's likely that this connects. Unless he goes like Warpath execute. Second Warpath, you know?
Doctors.
Uh-oh. And the execute? Not the execute. Okay, we're chilling, we're chilling. Howdy. Wait, you gotta make it a king. Yeah, we made it out of 1,000, Casey. We did it with your deck suggestion. I was playing Dragon Hatcher, Malagos, Ysera, Alex, Tyrannitus, Malagos Druid. With one Ultimate Infestation. We got to top 1,000 with that. And then we've just kind of been memeing around. Howdy.
Valera versus
Uh-oh. Bittertide Hydra does not make this matchup better. If anything, it makes it slightly worse. Consecrate's good. Probably keep it.
None will survive.
Reporting for duty.
This guy's toast.
Trade stone.
Reporting for duty.
No one drop. Okay.
Hey, lights out.
Reporting for duty.
Let me think.
The light dims, but we fight.
Cool.
Here we go.
Lights out. I wonder.
Reporting for duty.
Here we go.
Hey, lights out.
Mushroom power!
Let me think. Ah, this guy's
Here
Look at how much tempo.
lights out.
We're demolishing him on board. Soon, it's probably time to flip the switch.
Mushroom power!
But not yet.
I wonder.
Mushroom power!
Hey, lights out.
Here we go.
This is my board.
Lights out.
What does going face accomplish?
I wonder.
How does he win? I don't think he can develop enough to overwhelm me now. We're too entrenched, man. Consecrate. He's odd paladin. What are you doing?
I wonder.
He has no AoE in odd paladin. I'll outvalue him. No AoE, and he's used all of his bursts. There's no blessing of mine, so he can't like cheese me out of the Leroy. He's done, man.
I must move quickly.
I have tradey birds. You don't always go face with the Flappy Bird. It's suggested, but it's not necessary.
The light protects me.
Here we go.
Lights out.
I want more minions that are able to trade into his small minions. So even though this gives me 2 less power in play, I value the 2 extra, or the 1 extra attacker. He can't trade into my minions anyway, so raw damage instead of the health. Boisterous Bard. Pretty dang.
Victory is yours.
See? Trades. Tradey bird. The Void Ripper turning my 3/1s after they traded into 1/1s into 1/3s so that they could re-get value won me the game. Void Ripper. It was really good. You get so much more mileage out of them. Because then that set up my SI and my dagger to kill his 3/3s, just having that extra 1/3. Uh-oh.
None will survive.
Movie tickets in Vegas are 19%. How does that make you feel? Yeah. Don't even get me started about movie tickets. It's such a scam. It irritates me.
Greetings, friend.
Truth is found in death.
Here we go.
Y'all trying to trigger me. Stories about fences now is they're asking about. I don't have any stories, man. No stories. No fences, nothing. Everything's great. Everything's fine. This is good. Mushroom power. Beers at sporting events are ridiculous. Last time I was at Ford Field, it was like $9 for a beer.
I wonder.
It frustrates me too. Okay, like your Spotify playlists? I listen to a bunch of random different ones. I usually listen to a different one almost every single day. So, it's hard to like them.
Here we go.
5/4s are pretty big. What's up, Positive Reinforcements? How's it going, dude?
Greetings, friend.
Okay. I can't suicide this. 4, 5, 6. 12. You can still get off the volcano number 2. It's better against Storm though.
Greetings, friend.
Nice.
What to do?
And he top decks the Leroy.
There is little time.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Greetings, friend.
I wonder.
One man, a man.
Greetings, friend. Greetings, friend. That's incredible.
Here we go.
Pretty close. Just name it in the middle of the Shadow Walk, easy. No second healing rain. Okay. Easy, Leroy. Close.
Greetings, friend. Reality brings.
Ha! This guy's toast.
Here we go.
Plays around like grumble, trade grumble, replay it kind of thing. Nice out of hexes.
Greetings, friend.
I will silence their screams.
What would I hero power there? I want to have the deadly poison. I want to play around his ooze guy. There's a ooze that gives him armor. That he's pretty likely to have because he's only got 12 cards remaining in his deck. I can play every other card while hero powering except for Baku. But it's okay. But yeah, he's very likely to have the 3 mana ooze. Two. Shock in his hand, man. All right.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
Flasher.
Your soul shall be mine.
Watch your back.
Whew. Hopefully he's not Zoo, because we have an 8/8 in our hand.
None will survive.
We have turned our curse into
Nice.
our strength.
This one does 2. We had Coin Vicious Fledgling there, but I like the curve of Hench Clan into Coin Hydra better. This is why 2 is important.
Here we go.
So people were saying, why did you play Deckhand first? Bowl's better. No, Deckhand better. 2 plus 2 is 4. That's why 2 is better than 1. 2 plus 1 is not 4. 4 is important in this matchup. Pretty afraid of him sun fearing this, huh? If I hit it, I can beat sun fearing it.
Here we go.
Because if he just sun fears it in value trades, then this Hydra's just like stuck.
Not too soon.
Unless we pick up a second deckhand or a deadly.
That was a mistake.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Hold it! He's too full.
Shields up.
Mushroom power!
Hey, lights out.
Okay. This is not going super swell. No vile spines. Killed 2 giants the hard way.
Tell me what to do! Drink up the iron!
Here we go.
Okay. It'd be nice to get a vile spine. Ah. Right on time.
Here we go.
Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise.
The light protects us. Here we go.
Gotta use the ooze. Hit the 2-mana ooze. $12 damage set up with a Vile Spine in hand, ready to go. But he's gonna play Gul'dan. Off the top. Nah, not like this. Beetle. Beetle. Third and final. Oh, jeez. Ah, Lich King card! He did me dirty.
Here we go.
We don't beat Hooked Reaver. Probably. We don't beat Gul'dan ever. So I'd like to play this.
I wonder.
We're all in, man. We're all out. Alright, enough rogue. Enough rogue. What about, this is some classic, Inner Fire Priest. Lady in White? No. It's bad. It's interesting. Maybe Motion Warden's just better, man. We can't have too many spells because we want to have high success rate on our visions. We want to just play the mandatory spells. So dragons lend itself naturally to this idea because they're minions. All right. Six dragons. Maybe we do. Oops. We don't have any way to kill giants, so we have to run death if we do this. It's a lot of spells. Consistency on Shadow Visions is dropping very quickly. I don't want to run death. BGH. Alright. Let's read some subs. And donations. Noah Dillon just used 10 bits and says gold 10. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you for your 10 bits. Gunna Starl just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. My Last Effort underscore just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. Don't give up hope, man. Don't let it be your last effort. Keep pushing on. You can do it. Digicastra underscore A just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. What does that mean? Digicastra. And algorithm for finding the shortest path between nodes in a graph. Named after Edgar W. Dijkstra. I don't know how to pronounce it. Apparently he's from the Netherlands. Welcome to the Batcave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. Very mathematical. Fellow man just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. Nemo Drexler just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. O City just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave Team Thing, man. Appreciate your support.
Is someone injured?
Let's farm this one drive. Hell yeah. Tempo in out. Grant Slight just subscribed. Welcome to the Batcave Team Thing, man. Appreciate the support. This is going well. Coin Vile Spine.
Right away.
If he doesn't have Coin Vile Spine, he loses the game. He does have it. I think we're still doing okay.
Let the pain speak to me.
Right away.
I wonder.
Mushroom power!
Bring the pain.
Right away.
Okay. None of my minions died to his dagger, which is kind of nice.
Think. Quickly.
Halt! Who goes there?
Like to play with fire?
Bring the pain. Quickly.
Never circle.
Right away.
Unlucky. 2 circles. There's only 4 spells left in my deck now, and 2 of them are circles. This can work well with circle.
Amazing.
He's unlikely to have second Vile Spine yet. But either way, even if he has it, If he has it, I guess we're dead. I'm hoping that he has to trade into it and then we can outvalue him, kind of thing. Second Vial Spine's a bummer. Right off the top. It's tough, man. Both Vial Spines. We couldn't find any circles to do anything. You know, we missed our like 80% chance to hit circle. A lot of things got unlucky this game. Not a happy game. Not a happy game. A lot of our cards are garbage too.
Halt! Who goes there?
Quickly!
Ha, this guy's toast.
The light.
We don't have any interfires left. We can't really win. I know what I need to do. I have a silly card in here. This is a better option. You go out and you come in. This works really well to help set up your circles, but we didn't draw any circles anyway.
Anduin versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Maybe keeping visions is okay, but it's hard to get exactly what you want while all the spells are still in your deck. I want to find Northshire Cleric and Radiant Elemental, assuming he's Recruit Hunter.
Do you like to play with fire?
Want a Power Word Shield, probably? We already have Circle. We hit exactly what he wanted!
Let the pain speak to me.
Steambot getting Void Ripper is gonna be a bummer, yeah. We gotta play the 1/7 instead. So he doesn't get Void Ripper just hard, huh? He could overdraw me. Competition for the worst Hearthstone deck imaginable? What in terms of what? Do you need to lose fastest? Losing fastest, you want to do a deck that draws into fatigue and kills itself really quickly. So some sort of priest draw deck. The worst in terms of playability would be the deck that you play the least amount of cards ever with. So it'd be a deck of just like all 10 cost things, so you die without ever being able to play a card and just lose every game. Like, there's different categories of bad, right?
I must consider.
6/10 Acolyte's gonna be weird.
I wonder.
A different group plays I'm trying to win. Well, the worst possible to win with would be a deck with literally all 10 drops.
I wonder. Must move quickly. I must consider.
Okay. It's a weird game.
I wonder. I wonder.
Crushing walls, GG.
must consider.
Come dance to my song.
Is someone injured?
Do you like to play with fire?
Okay. Hopefully not dead to something. I think you can probably push for 8 this turn, but we're most likely not gonna die. We're dead to Stone Tusk Board Bittertide Hydra on the Build a Beast, and like that's it. We can do 14 damage.
I must consider.
Is someone injured?
Quickly.
Let's dance.
No, see if he hits me for 8. Oh, jeez. He's gonna hit me for a lot more than 8. My biz too bold. Yeah, he didn't hit me for much more than 8. He had 2 overkill. Alright. Now we gotta get a win. Once we get a win, we'll finish at top 1,000, and then we'll call it a day. And that'll have reached our goal for the day. You've been memeing around a little, maybe too much. I think we might have disconnected. I'm gonna try restarting. Because we've been locked in. We had a match, so we might be missing our mulligan right now.
Busy night, but there's
Ah, we
always
lost.
room for another.
Alright, well, we're gonna call it a day there. Blizzard telling me I'm done, so we lost that game unfortunately, but we were in top 1,000, so you know what, we'll call it meeting our goal, because we made it to like 700 at one point. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning into the stream. Appreciate the support. I am going to be going on vacation all next week, so I will not be back until Monday, the 23rd. So I'll see you guys on the 23rd. So thanks everybody for tuning in the bonus stream. We'll be back on the 23rd. There'll be no Deck Doctor, and I will not be on Omnistone. Hope you guys have a good week while I'm gone. Take care.